Well, this is a bit different. A trip to Lidl to check out the middle aisle tools. First time I've ever gone here as a woodworker, so let's see what's in store. I'm absolutely amazed with how many tools this place has. It's unbelievable. First of all, we've got a sharpening station. Looks grand, bargain price of £15. I don't think you can go wrong with that. That should do trolley. Now, whilst I found a lot of cracking deals, I do admit I found a lot of stuff that were DIY stuff. But if you're in a pinch, stuff like a box of screws for £4 seems fairly competitive if you're only having to go to the bottom of your road in town. Plenty of little nicks and knacks from sanding discs all the way up to a bandsaw. And it was quite funny seeing this Parkside bandsaw because I remembered it was one of the first purchases I made as a woodworker. That's how long it's been since I were in Lidl. Moving on now, we have a tile cutter. Again, not so much woodworking, but if you're into your DIY as well, £35. It's got to be better than doing it the old-fashioned way and scoring and bending. Now here's one I need for my garden project. A nice little chainsaw. I'm sure it'll do okay, but for £50, you've got to temper your expectations. And I'm genuinely amazed at how cheap some of these things are. Moving on into your general maker stuff now, we have got all kinds of drill bit heads, flex heads, fixed heads, sandpapers, you name it, socket sets, they're all there. Now this is the one that I was impressed with. If you look up how much spray paints are online, these are extremely competitive. Not something everybody uses, but certainly the clear coat is something that comes in my workshop fairly frequently. And what one of the things that did make me laugh whilst I was walking around was the amount of novelty stuff. Who needs a Parkside coffee cup, really? Moving on again, we've got an angle grinder for £24.99. Again, seems fairly good value. And then there's a few bits for the home and garden. This Flymo mower were about £100, which I didn't think were too bad. Same price for the jet wash. Now this hedge trimmer is something that I've been looking for. You look at the branded ones and they're well over £100. This one coming in at £60 seemed a fairly reasonable deal, if I'm honest. Someone clearly got so excited they left the sticky rice behind, so let's have a look behind that. And we've got a garden mulcher for £65. Again, seems fairly reasonable. And if you're green fingered at all, we're getting into some garden stuff. Everyone needs a pressure washer. £65 seems a lot more reasonable than a Karcher. And we all need somewhere to sit once we've been doing some projects, whether they be in the garden or in the workshop. And these chairs look like they'll do just the business. Now this is an area that I need to improve in, is having some dedicated work clothes, because I'm a swine for making all my jeans and t-shirts really dirty. And I especially do need some toe cap boots or shoes, and I think £17 seems an absolute steal. Round that off with a pack of 3 t-shirts for a tenner, and I don't think you can go wrong. Everyone's favourite topic, dust collection. Sadly, I've just retired my Henry. However, if I need a new one, I now know I can get one for £135, and I know where to get some new bags. Something I never bothered with, but I suppose if you want to make something last, you should treat it right. We're moving on now for our second knife sharpener. Everyone needs to keep sharp knives, great in the kitchen, but also in the workshop. Now this is another Parkside tool I realised I had once I got home. I'll be honest, I quite love this Parkside router. Really beefy, really powerful, and it's never let me down. Well worth the money that it's charging for this one. Moving on, there's a Parkside jigsaw. Not used this myself, but again, if it's half as good as a router, it'll probably come in at being alright. Ultimately, guys, you get the quality that you pay for. Everybody always needs router bits. I think these were £15, which I think is reasonable for a big set of router bits. I know what you say, if you keep buying these sets, you'll only use so many of them, but when you look at the amount of flush trim bits in there, you'll clearly get through these and they'll always come in value. And you can never have enough squeezy clamps, can you? Let's be honest, these things always come in. There isn't a project I do where I think, I've got too many clamps, I should get rid of some. I'm always short no matter what. Well, I'm back from what is a very strange trip for me. Don't get me wrong, I've been to Lidl before to pick bits and pieces up, usually a sandwich when I'm out and about or a drink, but I've never really been in as a woodworker, and it was quite an experience. There's tons of stuff in that middle aisle, or the two middle aisles as it was at my local Lidl. And I think it's kind of one of those things that you've got to understand with Lidl, that you're going to get what you're paying for. When I've got home, I've had a look around and I have two Parkside tools. I have the bandsaw, which I mentioned in the video, and I also have the router. And it's very much chalk and cheese experience with either one. And I think sometimes that's down to ourselves as woodworkers and our understanding of tools. When I got my bandsaw, it was one of the first tool purchases I made. My first set of tools was inherited, borrowed, you name it. I did what I needed to do to get a small collection together to get started. And then the first thing I bought was a second-hand table saw, and the second thing was a Parkside bandsaw. And I fell into that classic mistake of thinking, I need a bandsaw, this is what's going to do all these tasks for me. Not thinking that it's only a 350 watt bandsaw and it's got limitations. So a bandsaw for, I think it was about £100 at the time, seemed like a really good idea, but it just never worked out for me, and that was through me. And that's not me knocking the bandsaw. I actually did a review at the time that I purchased it, and I was quite impressed with what I got for little pieces. It was only as I progressed as a woodworker and needed to do bigger pieces, I realised its limitations. So that's the bandsaw. But the router, I'll be honest, that thing, and probably because it's corded, so it's got plenty of guts and loads of power, that's a really good piece of kit. And I ran that for about 2 years in a homemade DIY router table, and it did me grand. I still go back to it now. I've got a garden project on at the moment where I'm rounding over 100 and odd sleepers to make the garden wall look really nice. My DeWalt battery my DeWalt battery router just can't cope with it. It can't keep up. It's not got the guts and it's not got the battery life. Whereas this corded one, it's fantastic. It's absolutely chewing through everything in a good way. And I couldn't be pleased. I couldn't be more pleased with it. So for the money that you pay for some of the stuff, I think I paid about £45 for that. I think they're about £60 now. You can't go wrong. They're really good. So as a woodworker, what do I think of this first trip to Lidl looking at tools? I think very much it's a mixed bag, and it depends on your perception. If you go open-mindedness, you're looking for a little bit more DIY stuff that you can either use in basic woodworking, or because you, like me, you do all your own DIY projects yourself, then I think it's great. Definitely save you in a pinch with some of those things like sanding discs and screws. My nearest screw fix or B&Q, it's a 30-minute drive away. Lidl's 5 minutes. Would I go down and get a box of screws, a pack of sandpaper in a pinch? Of course I would. Much rather do that than it be an hour's round trip just to get something very similar. So it's got its uses. The tools themselves, clearly not going to be professional grade. Some of the deals looked really good, and then you realise that you also needed to buy the battery platform. I suppose it's one of those things, once you've bought the platform and invested that £60 to £100 on a few batteries and a charger, then away you go, all the tools become relatively cheap, but that first purchase is really going to hit you as you add a battery platform or switch battery platforms. But overall, like I say about most things from Lidl, very reasonably priced. And it surprised me. So let me know what you guys think. Parkside tools, middle of Lidl, any good? Do you like this type of video, knowing what's out there? And do you think I should make any more of these? Or maybe try some other tools places? See what we can find, see if I can get pushing around those bargains for you guys at home.